Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we have Alsa in the game. We also have the new season. There's a bunch for me to do. Expect a few videos coming up in the next day or so, going through all the different stuff. But the first thing I want to cover is Alsa. I want to take a look at her, look at her skills. I've done a little bit of one copy testing with her, and I want to talk about that. Now, this is not a should you pull Alsa. It is too early to know. This is to let you guys see, look at my like a very early one copy testing to see if she's got one copy viability. But the actual, is she worth going all the way to Mythic Plus, Supreme Plus? That is going to have to wait. There is a lot more testing I'll have to do, and I don't want to tell you guys to pull for a character when I'm genuinely not sure. So this is more of that first impressions. Let's look at her. Let's theorize now that we have exact skills for her, and we can take it from there. So let's go through her skills. Now, her ultimate is a massive amount of words. Essentially, I just want to TLDR this. When she gets to full energy the first time in battle, she will bounce into a group of enemies and deal damage to them. Then she will start fighting, but she enters a new stance. When she enters that new stance, every time she has 500 energy, so half an energy bar, she will roll at an enemy and then roll back to her position that she was previously in. And when she hits them, she will stun them for 2 seconds and obviously deal some damage. Now, on top of that, she's got this other passive that when an enemy deals damage to her, she will deal damage back to them and roll away and gain a shield. But that has a 7-second cooldown. This portion of it seems a little bit buggy, or maybe I'm just not understanding it correctly, because in combat it seems like she will sometimes just die without teleporting away. I don't know whether it's that while she's trying to roll away, she curls up into a ball and then she dies while curling. I'm not 100% sure, but that bit is a little bit clunky to me at the moment from my initial testing. But that's essentially what it is. The first ult is AoE damage, and then she stands there and changes into her fighting stance. Then every 500 energy, she'll cast a mini ult, which is a different type ability, which stuns an enemy, and then she rolls back to her position. Then she has when she takes damage, she rolls away. That's the basics around it. Once again, it's a lot of words in there if you want to look at it. Also, if you look at these extra multipliers, we have different multipliers based on the type of ability. So this one gets increased by ult power, the other ones get increased by skill damage, so on and so forth. That's what those extra multipliers are. All right, the next one, Stone Barrier. Now, through testing, this does happen at the very start of the battle. It's not as fast as Iron with his exclusive equipment on his ultimate, because she takes a little bit of time to charge the Spirit Bomb and drop it. So keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to counter Iron. I haven't tried it in PvP to see, but most people aren't running Iron on defense at the moment, so it's more of an offense-based thing. So I'll test that and find out. But in general, it does feel a bit slower than Iron's, but it is the first thing she casts in the battle. And this one also channels the power of Earth's force to blast to blast the nearest enemy target, dealing damage and stunning them for 2 seconds. The blast creates 3 Earth pillars on the 3 tiles behind the target, knocking enemies standing on those tiles back by 1 tile. There can be up to 6 Earth pillars, so the row of 3, there can be up to 6 of those individual ones, so up to 2 of the 3 rows that she casts. So basically after 2 casts, she's going to start replacing it. Now, with this one, it definitely doesn't block ranged attacks. So I don't know what they were talking about in the trailer when they said it blocks attacks. Melee units will have to run around, but it is just a pathing thing that it does. It's really interesting, this ability. I feel like someone's going to find something that it counters perfectly and it's going to be amazing. But at this point, it seems more gimmicky in practice when I try testing it. But once again, I'm testing her at 1 copy. Just keep that in mind. I will do max testing as well. And then she's obviously going to get more viable because she'll have more survivability, more damage, and she'll just snowball harder. But let's go into the next one. This ability feels a bit lackluster, to be honest. Alsa senses the vibration of the ley lines to locate all enemies recently affected by control effects, then forms and drops rocks on each of them, dealing 250% of her attack as damage. I thought there was going to be more to this attack when we first learnt about it, but it's literally just like a bit of extra damage. It just feels like a strange attack. I thought it would have more supportive capabilities behind it, but it is just raw damage. It is affected by her Supreme Plus. We'll take a look at that right now just for the sake of it. Rolling Boulders deal an extra 180% of damage to enemies recently. It just basically increases the damage of it. So this is just a raw damaging ability. There's nothing else tied to it. All right, Hero Focus. She gets haste on Hero Focus. Haste, always nice, so that's a good one. Now, exclusive equipment. Alsa increases the damage of Vigorous Slam. Vigorous Slam is the 500 energy ultimate that she casts after she's casted her first ultimate and gone into the battle stance. It increases its damage by 50% of her attack rating after dealing damage with the skill, and it stacks up to 2 times. So basically what this means is her first ultimate uses her full ult gauge, and then she changes it into the battle stance. Then when she has 500 energy, she's going to use that rolling one. It's going to deal normal damage. Then the second one she casts is going to deal an extra 50%, and then the third one she casts is going to deal an extra 100% of her attack rating. That's the way I understand it, because it says it increases the damage dealt after she casts it. So once she's casted 2 of the rolls, then her third one is going to be max damage. 2 of the rolls being the 500 energy rolls. All right, staying up to, okay, she increases the shield value of the swift evasion by 5%. So this one here, when we talked about the swift evasion where she deals damage and runs away, she also gains a shield equal to 25% of her max HP, and that can get increased to 35% with this once you stack it up. Okay, level 2. Reduces the energy cost to 400 when the vigorous slam buff is stacked to maximum. I don't know how impactful this is, because once you've done 2 of those, like, so you've got to get her ult gauge to full, use an ultimate, then basically use it's the equivalent of characters doing 2 ultimates, and then she gets the buff that reduces the cost. If it was just always 400, I think it would be a lot better, but it just feels like there's a bit much ramp up time to actually get this effect to know whether it's worth it. It'll come down to some testing on how frequently she is using this thing, because if she is using it and getting good effect out of it before the battle's quote unquote theoretically over, then this will be worth it. But I think at most she will be a +5 exclusive equipment investment, unless you're a whale, because the next one reduces the cooldown to 6 seconds of the swift evasion. At base it's 7 seconds. I don't think that 1 second is game breaking and worth that investment at this stage. And then the final one just increases the damage bonus that she gets. Then we have new seasonal abilities. We'll take a quick look at this one. After casting the ultimate, deals 125% damage to the current target with each of the next 4 skill casts or normal attacks. So a bit of extra damage after she casts the ultimate, and I'm assuming that also includes the 500 cost ultimate. So that is her basic kit. Once again, her ultimate is a mouthful. The first one is damage, and then she gets the ability to roll away, but it's a bit clunky. And then also she gets then 500 energy ultimates that stun, and then she rolls back. Very interesting. The pillars, then we have the rocks that fall on the head. That is her core kit. So let's go ahead and let's go take a look at her. Now I'm going to jump over to Trial of Abyss just to show you, instead of being over here in the new season, which once again, we will look at this stuff definitely pretty soon. But let's jump over here. And we're just going to jump back over into the Trial of Abyss to show you guys some testing over here. So let's go, boom. Yep, let's go here. And I can show you guys. Once again, this is early days. We are on my mate Nico's account, and we are only testing her with 1 copy. Once again, I will do more max testing, and I will do that should you pull video and my thoughts around max investing in her and stuff like that in the future. But it's just way too early. There's a lot of testing. Like I said, I like to do progressive testing with this stuff. As you can see, we do get our levels that we are granted. We display the seasonal levels. I'm not sure why that is, because we still get it. So I think the seasonal levels stack on top. I'm honestly not 100% sure what's going on with the level displays, but it feels like we are playing it very similar to what it was before. So let's jump into the battle. I'll put it on 1x speed, and you guys can get an idea for what she's doing. So if we go over here, she's actually controlled at the moment, which kind of sucks. So she's going to go ahead and cast her ultimate. She's going to hit the Arden over there. As you can see, she hit the Arden, moved him away. Then she cast some more rocks to block enemies, and she's standing in that position. She's got rooted again, so unfortunately she's being controlled. The enemy Thorin's probably going to one-tap her with this ultimate. Yeah, okay. That's bad position, because the Thorin is not great there. So let's just move her over to this side, and hopefully she can avoid that Thorin ult. Alright, we'll 2x speed it for a sec. Okay, here comes her first ultimate. Okay, so she hits. I don't think that's meant to be a knockback. I think she just steals the position of Cecilia, and that's like a weird gimmick that happens with that. But okay, so now she's attacking. Let's see. Okay, Cecilia's casting ultimate, which kind of sucks, but we run in, we hit the Cecilia, we stun her. So that was her second ultimate. Once again, we don't have the exclusive equipment, so we're not getting those extra benefits. So let's see, boom. Okay, there's a stun. And she does cast it reasonably quick, I would call it. Okay, Smokey's about to get dropped here. Oh, is she going to stun him? Okay, she stuns him. Help him protect that Smokey. The problem is Arden still exists, and he's just going to keep controlling. Okay, we blocked that Thorin, so that's interesting when you look at the pathing. And as you can see, old mate here, it looks like he's kind of like blocked out of being able to attack our Thorin. So you can get some decent manipulation with that. But she's just sort of hiding on the side here, and she's going to get dropped here. I haven't seen her roll away yet. It's considering she's taken damage just then. I thought we would have seen her roll away. So like I said, it does feel a bit clunky the way the roll away thing works. But there is a basic look at like the functionality there. Once again, we're only at 1 copy usage, so let's go ahead and check it again. Once again, we're just trying to see the way she functions with these. But what you can do is we can put this on manual mode for her, and then we can manually cast her ult, and we can just jump straight in the middle of these 3 guys, deal some damage to them, and see what happens here. So now she's in there. Let's put on 1x speed. She's still in there. Once again, I have her linked to Thorin, so she got stunned. Okay, now she's done her roll away. So now she's back at the bottom of the screen here and getting one tapped by a Thorin ultimate. Fantastic. That's exactly what we were going for. So let's go ahead now and swap her back. Once again, I'm not trying to show you the OP-ness of it, how OP she is. This is just me showing you the functionality of her kit. So let's go here. We are getting that potion from Rowan. She is rooted at the moment, which kind of sucks. But now we're just going to do this. We're going to bounce over here. And go behind the Thorin. And let's see. So now if we look at her, she should be getting attacked, which means she should be teleporting away. So she got stunned. Unfortunately, when she gets stunned, she can't roll away. So there she goes. She rolls away. Now she's going to get hit by the Thorin. Oh, no. He pushed us away, which actually helped us because we didn't get hit by the Thorin. Okay, whoops. I forgot to do this. So now we can actually target who we want to stun. So if we want to stun the Cecile, we can do that. Boom. Was she mid-ult cast there? I think we just interrupted her mid-ult cast, which would be super clutch. And as you can see, when she gets to half energy, that's when we can go ahead and cast it. Once again, there we go. We just go ahead and hit the Arden. I'm just going to put her on auto now. Let's see how this goes. He's dropped. That's okay. Arden's controlling us again, which kind of sucks. We're going to get that one. Okay, there she goes. Boom, hit the Arden. Get a bit of control. But I mean, she does have pretty good periodic stuns with that ultimate. And then those rocks that she drops. I think the rock cooldown was about 8 seconds, which isn't too bad. So that is that. Let's take a look. You can see damage, not crazy, but obviously Odie's going to do our most damage. But that was probably, what's that, like a fifth of Odie's damage? Once again, remember, she is at 1 copy. So let's go over here. Let's just try this one as well. I do like having her linked to Thorin. I mean, we can try her in a front row, but I think she just gets insta-tapped in the front row. Let's just take a look. Because the problem is, okay, now she's casted her ult. She does have the ability to roll away. Okay, there she goes. She rolls away. She's got her shield. So she did actually manage to live in that front row for a little bit. Now, if you do have her high invested, this is obviously going to work better. But now she is on cooldown for that. So now she's in danger position. And because she can't control where she rolls to, she's actually rolled into like the middle of the other side of the enemies attacking, which kind of sucks. But I mean, she is surviving. So if she gets hit again once the cooldown's up, maybe she'll roll somewhere else. Let's take a look. Cool. Okay, got another potion. Once again, and she does have, she has the Sonic sound when she rolls. It's so good. It sounds like Sonic. Okay, so she should be ulting again. Boom, stun. And don't forget, this ult, this mini ult. Check it out. Ready? Oh, there's only one enemy, but you can control which enemy it hits. So this could be super clutch on manual play for interrupting Smokies and stuff like that, because she gets to cast it so often. I feel like she could infinite lock out a Smoky. So like that is something to note about that. So let's check this. Once again, not too much damage. We're testing her at 1 copy. You're limited on what you're going to get. Let's go here. We'll let her eat the Sylvana. Let's see how this goes. She's linked to Thorin, so she does have some damage mitigation, so she should be okay. She got the potion there, so she's going to go ahead and bop. And where is she? So she's sitting in the middle there. Okay, she's just rolled out. She should be gaining a shield right now. I think they just popped the shield way too quick. Okay, there she goes. She teleported and got the shield there. That definitely happened. So there she goes. The stun. Boom. Happy days. Let's see. She's almost at energy now to do another. Okay, there she goes. She rolled away again. Okay, sweet. All right, now he's going to be dead. And now she's still hiding away. Okay, that's enemy gone. And now she's going to go ahead and stun. Boom. I feel like you can use this ultimate with how frequent it goes to interrupt enemy ults. I'll have to test that on manual. Like with your C, you can interrupt enemy ults. So we'll have to see how that works. But there you go. That is a bit of testing with Alsa. Once again, that is one copy. I'm not telling you whether you should or shouldn't pull for her. I do think she is quite decent. I think once you get her ramped up, maybe that +5 exclusive equipment, because she starts doing the Sonic rolls really quickly. Maybe that would be a good investment so that she can more frequently stun, and I think she's going to be one of those really good manual ones. But I think the big thing is going to come down to damage and survivability at max dupe or mythic plus, and that is something I will get back to you guys on. But that is the first look at Alsa. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.